And Keith, or Kevin, our boy in Florida. What's going on, Kev?
Well, I'm still here. Bob Owens has left the room here. Bob Owens, author at Bearing Arms, a gunner, and to me, after he exposed the Bloomberg counter rally in Atlanta, and some of the others that were there with him, something Moms Demand something or other. They he's dead, and you got to see when Chelsea Clinton said, well, now that we've lost this Supreme Court justice that was a thorn in our side, now we can go for the guns.
Yeah.
And so they really are pushing for this. To me, Bob Owens' death could possibly be like Andrew Breitbart's. I have questions about it.
Right.
It doesn't mean that there was anything that happened, but somebody has to question this stuff because it's so easy to knock somebody off, Curt. It just takes DMSO and liquid nicotine, and it'll blow your heart up. Pinhead, liquid nicotine.
Yeah, you just have to have the money to know the right people. Sometimes you don't even have to have the money.
Well, no, I mean, that information is readily available to the public now because, it used to be a CIA secret how to cook that stuff up in your kitchen. If you were in, a place where you didn't have anything available to yourself. And, there's been a lot of heart attacks in America from this stuff. I mean, once you taste it on your tongue, if you don't know how to keep your body mass around your heart to keep it from exploding, you're going to take a ride.
Yeah.
And this is the way things go.
Well,
and these people are good at it. And so, here we have everything playing out in front of us in Congress that nothing is being done for the people. It's being done for the elites.
Right.
And the elites are protected.
Well, they are protected. Can't deny that.
Yeah. And so, therefore, there is no justice unless you got a good lawyer. And if government officials can take the fifth and walk, we have real problems.
Yeah.
If you're a servant of the government, you spill your beans because you work for us.
It should be the opposite. They should be held to a much higher standard instead of a much lower standard.
Exactly.
And they don't. They're talking to us as if you saw that Susan Rice talked about the fact that she would do this stuff if she was given immunity. Well, no, if you commit a crime, you don't just get to ask for immunity just because. You have to actually, do something. But I would not want to see any of them.
And here, they want to hire more judges and everything like that. Why would they want to hire more judges when the system is so broken?
Right.
They want to do it for immigration. Well, put those judges right down on the border, and just like Roy Bean, west of the Pecos, bang the gavel down there at the bar. You're out of here.
Right. Well, as I understand it, they're trying to fill the federal seats because there are so many vacancies. I saw that there's been a vacancy. I think 5 years. There's been a seat open on the federal court, and that's where everything happens.
See,
right?
we need to dismantle the federal court structure. They need to travel a circuit. We've built up a monolithic thing, and no one can go against it now. Even in D.C., you can't go down there with a gun. Like years ago when you went to court, you could check your gun. You had to check your gun, and then when court was over, even if you were accused or convicted, you got your gun back because it's a God-given right.
Right.
And so we've had these lawyers usurp the Constitution for their purposes, and they'll run guns down to Mexico, or they'll drop them off in an alley in Chicago, or whatever. I mean, the fact of the matter is, Google Earth, they could have watched that train just coming into Chicago.
Right.
It could have had a LoJack on it, or it could have had some paint on the roof.
Right.
I mean, all this, it's just absolutely stacked against the citizens of the United States. If you try to march into D.C. wearing your gun, they're going to tell you you're going to jail.
Right.
Well, who the hell are they?
Right.
Who the hell are they to tell a God-given right American that he can't walk down the street with a long gun?
But I also have come and
well, wait a minute. Who no. It's not also.
No.
It's a God-given right,
Kevin,
or it's not.
Right, but the relationship has changed.
It'll even itself out across the field, Curt.
But Kevin, the relationship has changed. The government makes it now. We now are in a position where I think most people feel like we work for them. They don't work for us, and that's the problem.
Well, the American people have been brought low enough, and if they go against us, they will actually taste the wrath of it. Wow. And if this is what they want, well, let's give it to them before they got all their ducks lined up, because that's the way it should be done.
Well, yeah, it should, but I don't think that you're going to have. Well, I think it's going to take an enormous infraction.
Well, if you had 300,000 people march into D.C. and then go on in there into the Congress, hey, you ain't got no Secret Service, you ain't got no Capitol Police, because you don't deserve them.
Right. Well, can you imagine if 300,000 legally armed citizens marched on D.C.?
Right, yeah. All you have to do is shoulder a long arm, and you're a legally armed citizen in America. You can go anywhere you want with a long arm. You're not concealing nothing.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin, it's always a pleasure, buddy.
Yeah, bud.
Take care of yourself. That's Kevin from Florida. 877-240-1776 is the call-in number. We'll take a short break. We'll be back.